they have blessings from the gospel. They feel it in their lives. And when the people don't listen, they reject the prophet and even kill them. But God always calls another prophet. And even Jesus Christ, when he came, he fulfilled his role. He preached the gospel. He fulfilled the prophecies of the other prophets. He created his church on the earth. He called 12 apostles like Peter and James and John. But then, most importantly, he fulfilled his sacrifice. He died for our sins so that one day we can return to God.
Yeah, and I really think that sacrifice which Jesus did for us is really the most important event that's ever happened. Because without Jesus Christ and his atonement, that sacrifice, we couldn't return to God because we aren't perfect. But God knew that. He knew that we wouldn't be perfect if he sent us here to the earth. And so that's why he sent his son, Jesus Christ, to die for us. And that's why he's so important for us and why he's in the name of our church, the Church of Jesus Christ, because it's his church. And like I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with, Jesus Christ was killed and he rose from the grave. He was resurrected. And his apostles were left to preach his gospel, to share this message, those teachings of Jesus Christ. But after a time, his apostles were rejected. They were killed. And there were a lot of good people left on the planet, even followers of Jesus Christ, who wanted to do what was best with his teachings, but they didn't have the fullness of his teachings. They hadn't finished learning. They didn't know it all. And they didn't have his authority or priesthood. And there was a long period of time where the earth didn't have the fullness of Jesus Christ's teachings. I'm sure that you guys are probably familiar with the reformations that have happened throughout history. I think that those are a really good example of how people tried to do the best that they could with those teachings. They reformed them and they changed them off of the base to try and do something better. And religion has always been a good thing. Those teachings some of them have been left. There are good things that are taught. But the fullness of Jesus Christ's teachings weren't on the earth. But after that long period of time, just like through history, just like God called Abraham, and he called Moses, and he called Noah, he called Jesus Christ. He called another prophet. And that's why we're here, is to tell everyone about him. His name was Joseph Smith. And he was a young boy, a farmer. He wasn't the smartest, most studied man out there. But he was a good man. And he was looking for truth in his own life. He saw all these churches around him. And he saw that they had something good. But he didn't know which one was right. How could he know? There were so many. I think that a lot of us are often confused. Why are there so many churches? Which one is actually right? Why are they so similar? And Joseph had those questions. And he was reading in the Bible, in James, the 1st chapter and the 5th verse. And in that verse, he was directed that if he lacks wisdom, that he should ask of God. So he prepared a time, and he went off into the forest, and with faith, he prayed. And God and Jesus Christ appeared to him. And I wanted to real quick read what he said about his experience. Let me just pull that up here in English. It'll take me a second. I didn't prepare for this. Sorry, my bad. Just let me pull it up.